What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. I'll be your host here, Chuck. And in this moment, man, I'm going to come to y'all with another video about Deion Sanders. I know a lot of you people think that I do not like Deion Sanders, right? God forbid anybody in the media or podcast or on the interweb says anything bad against Deion Sanders, and you guys are thinking that they're hating. Right? Or at least that's how I take it. Like, a lot of you guys have been sending me these comments, and going back to some of my old videos asking me, where is the Deion hate now? Obviously, with Deion Sanders, with his recruiting situation, he's been taking a lot of W's. Congrats to Deion Sanders. But I want to talk about how he's also taking L's. And you guys see clear as day that things sound good, look good, may not be good. But in particular today, I really want to talk about, man, the desperation of Skip Bayless and how all these people on Undisputed, from Keyshawn Johnson, Michael Irvin, they literally drive so hard to promote recruiting for Deion Sanders. That's exactly what they do. There's no other way to put this. Undisputed, man, they do the tampering and recruiting for Deion Sanders, right? Even though officially Deion Sanders has the green light to go in, these kids' home and recruit them properly, he has a huge help with Undisputed. But I want you guys to think about this, because I said this in one of my previous videos. I remember telling you guys, I said, Deion Sanders uses the media. First, it was First Take, but obviously once you're losing, you are no longer a hot commodity subject to talk about. And Stephen A. Smith is going to make sure that if you are not winning, that you aren't good for his ratings. That's just the type of man he is. Skip Bayless is a lot more desperate, right? Skip Bayless is a lot more desperate. So what does he do? Any chance he gets to milk a topic or a controversial statement or anything that's hot in his eyes, he is going to do so. And for his show, maybe Deion Sanders is good, right? But this guy, him and Michael Irvin and Keyshawn Johnson, is clear as day. They don't like to talk about Deion Sanders in a bad manner. So what they do is, instead of, talking about the L's he's taking, what they'll do is invite a kid, Jordan Seaton, the number one offensive tackle recruit in the nation, on the show to make the announcement that he's going to the Colorado Buffs, right? And it was so lame and staged to me when they did that, and I'll play that video soon. But I just don't really like it. One, it clearly shows that Deion Sanders is getting favoritism, right? And for all of the black people who like to come after me, all I ask is, okay, well, why don't they do this with other coaches? Why is it just Deion? One, Skip Bayless loves his Dallas Cowboys, right? That's the first thing. Two, Michael Irvin played for the Dallas Cowboys, right? That's the second thing. Third, so did Keyshawn Johnson on his way out of his NFL lifetime. He played for the Dallas Cowboys, right? So you got all that working in Skip Bayless's favor, right? Deion Sanders, the fourth reason, played for the Dallas Cowboys, so he has this huge connect with at least with Undisputed, so he can pull strings and make magic happen. It is what it is. Hey, you did a good thing for Skip Bayless's team. This is a reward. You can call Skip, text Michael Irvin, and say, hey, say something good about my recruiting process to get me help and to get these transfers, come into the transfer portal to come join the Colorado Buffaloes. And that's what I have a problem with. I just feel like that's corny. I feel like that's lame, and that doesn't make me a hater. That's just my opinion. I would like it if all coaches, it doesn't even have to just be black coaches. I would just like it if all coaches had a chance, to, be brought up on Undisputed. And honestly, man, you'll be surprised, Skip Bayless. Maybe that'll be good for your show, because you will have a lot of reach. You will have a lot of people willing to do business for you. So it may not actually be a bad thing for Skip Bayless and the whole Undisputed production. What I don't like is you going on air to do stuff like this. I want you guys to look at this, because you guys have been sending me all this hate mail about him getting these recruits. Look how quickly things can happen. And I told you guys, man, just be patient, man. Like, I want you guys to just take a look or listen at this as they staged this whole Jordan Seaton coming on Undisputed and acting like he didn't know what school he was going to choose, right? Now, this was about 2 weeks ago. Check this out.
What's in the bag seat? What's in the bag seat? Are we going to?
Wait a minute.
The University of Colorado.
Look at this. Look at this acting. Like, look at Keyshawn Johnson's face, man. Like, bro, this is so pathetic. I'm sorry. Like, this shit really makes me laugh out loud. It's very few times a person can laugh out loud. This shit makes me laugh out loud. As they are staging this whole thing, acting like they didn't know what the business was. One, there are plenty of number one ranked offensive tackles or defensive tackles in the nation who don't play for the Colorado Buffs, who have not committed, who do not get invited on the show. So one, we all know that you're going to invite him on the show because he had a message on this show that you could tell maybe PR, whoever this kid's PR is, teamed up with Deion Sanders' PR and told him what to say and how to act, right? Come on, let's get out of here with this, but let's keep watching just a little bit more.
He's a buffalo.
Look at Michael Irvin, man, with these rusty ass, ashy ass lips, ashy hands, acting like he didn't know what was coming. Stop it. Stop it. This is so bad for your brand, Skip Bayless. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. But anyway, this was 2 weeks ago. Now, we got the news today that Jordan Seaton is obviously contemplating going to the Colorado Buffs. This is what brings me to my second topic, which is Deion Sanders and the whole transfer portal. As things may look good and they don't end good, because clearly this kid is thinking about changing his mind. Take a listen to this.
He has won the transfer portal for a second straight year. Now, according to Rivals.com and 247 Sports, Colorado has again landed the #1 class in the nation of transfer recruits. That's just incredible. Not so good news involves Jordan Seaton, the nation's top high school recruit in the offensive line, who, as you might remember, announced right here at this desk on this show on December 7th that he was going to Colorado. Yesterday, on early signing day, Jordan Seaton posted a meme suggesting he's having a little trouble making his decision. He visited Maryland last weekend, and reportedly, Maryland is now the front runner to flip him from his Colorado commitment. Jordan is from Washington, D.C., so maybe Maryland is the choice because it'd be so very close to home. But
as you guys can see, man, I'm not going to lie. I think Jordan Seaton should stay with the Colorado Buffs, but this goes to show you, man, like, things can happen at the snap of a finger, man. In an instant second, man, this kid changed his mind, basically. Like, and I wouldn't be surprised. A hometown kid, he's from Maryland. Hey, Maryland, I think I saw earlier this year, didn't Maryland give away like trucks to everybody on the whole team? Like, it was crazy, right? So Deion Sanders can get certain people money, but all these kids aren't going to get that NIL money. And I'm quite sure you go down there to Maryland in that program, they're going to tell you what they can get for you, what they can do for you, the family, housing they can provide, the jobs they can provide, because we all know that most of these kids come from communities where they are less fortunate. So all these people sending me all this stuff about Deion Sanders in his recruiting class, from Skip Bayless going out sad to do all this, like, why is this even a topic? Honestly, like, why is this even a topic? Like, it's obviously for promotional use. Like, Deion Sanders can pull strings. Hey, talk about this today on Undisputed. Hey, do this for me. Hey, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. The only thing that I would suggest is, how about getting some other brothers up there to get that love, right? That's what I don't like. And a lot of people started to kind of understand that more with that Charleston White and Cam Newton interview, man. But in my opinion, I've been thinking that way, right? I have always been thinking that way. Isn't it crazy how this guy was getting so much love and support and bandwagon people who don't even watch football? The moment this man started losing, man, you see people making memes, making fun of this dude in the black community. But it'd be the same people that'll try to come at you and tell you a hater. No, I'm a truth teller, and I told you guys the truth. My stance has not changed since my first video to now, because I watch sports. I know what I see. And what I see is a guy who has a Hall of Fame career in Deion Sanders and who can recruit kids because of who he is. But once those kids get there, man, you got to think about this. Yeah, they're saying he has the #1 transfer class again, but where did they get him last season, right? 2, these kids could transfer there and may not pan out. They are leaving schools for a reason. You guys do know that, right? So when they get there, they might say, hey, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, and still leave, right? So you guys got to be honest with yourselves, man. You guys like to throw stuff up in somebody's face. Don't y'all think these other colleges and programs, they are getting good recruits too? Just because you won doesn't mean you won with the talent, right? Or the culture. Once this culture is set, then I believe Deion Sanders is going to be a top tier coach. But it's very hard when Deion Sanders acts like P. Diddy and wants to shine. He wants to shine. He wants to be in the kids, in the limelight, right? You know what I'm saying? Gold chain, all that. Like, to me, if I'm receiving coaching from a head coach, I don't want my coach to feel like my best friend or my brother or somebody I'm playing with. He needs to feel like a guy I seek wisdom in and act like it. Not saying that Deion doesn't, right? And I don't really know, because a lot of players have had reports come out about how he really wasn't like that. A dad coach or whatever. A lot of players have came out and spoken that transferred out that had opposite things to say. Could be resentment. I don't know, right? But all we do know is we can only go off of his word. So what's the difference between his word and those other kids' words? We just siding with Deion because he's Deion, or are we going to be fair? And that's what you people out here don't like. You guys don't like to be fair. You just want it to all go your way. But it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that on your job. It doesn't work like that in life. So why act like that? Act like y'all can be fair and have some sense. So yeah, like I said, man, this is a great thing for Deion Sanders. I'm just making this video honestly to call out Skip Bayless because it was like lame, and why they keep doing all this media coverage on Deion Sanders. Can't you see that First Take doesn't really do it as much? Because they know how to keep an operating business. It's all about topics. It's all about what's hot, what's new. They were on Deion Sanders when he was hot. He's no longer hot. He was losing. So it's not good for business. Skip Bayless is going to latch on to everything out of desperation. He lost a heavy hitter in Shannon Sharp. Now, I will say the show is panning out to be a lot better than I expected, and I actually do like Undisputed more than First Take. I do personally. Stephen A. Smith, Mad Dog, Shannon Sharp, 3 loud, ugly people yelling at each other gets on my nerve. Okay, I'm just being honest. It gets on my nerve. Where at least with Skip Bayless, he only yells when he's saying, "How about them Cowboys?" Other than that, it's very controlled to me and very chill. And I can understand sports. What I can do sports without the yelling. So, yeah, like I said, man, these kids can transfer all they want, but who knows? They may get there and not like the culture. How do you know that these top recruits may get there and they may want the same treatment as Travis Hunter, Shiloh, and Shedeur Sanders, and they don't get it and they go somewhere else? It's a sensitive world we live in now. These kids will transfer and leave your ass. So, yeah, that's all I had to say about this, man. You guys weigh in on this topic and let me know what y'all think about this whole recruiting class and the whole Deion Sanders being covered in the media by Undisputed and Skip Bayless out of desperation. I really want to hear you guys' input. I want your take. So let me know in the comment section. Like always, if you like this content and you're rocking with the video, please hit that subscribe button and let me know how you charge the game. Peace.